Hey everyone, I'm Tim, and this is Custom Made Everything. I was starting a new build today, and this new build offers a new challenge, something I haven't done before. And I love a new challenge, just like trying to get that bobblehead onto the comic doctor. This also involves the head. I have to try and get this hat onto this head so that I can put it all onto this body. Do you think I can do it?
So I managed to set this body free, remove this head, and I also got this hat off. Bonus, the brim is still attached. Not so bonus, what do I do with all this?
We need to cut this hat. I think this part is going to be the most structural part of the hat, so we're going to cut it out and see what fits on the head without it.
Alright, we got this into some hot water to soften it up. Let's cut this ridge out. Looks like we're gonna have to trim some more. Well, we've done some more trimming. The hat is now completely hollowed out. Let's test it on the head. Well, and I'd say that fits perfect. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he doesn't have any eyebrows. Let's take care of that. Well, that's a lot better. Now we need to paint it. So this hat in real life is a black and gray kind of speckled fabric. So what I decided to do is start with a light gray wash, put a dark gray wash over top. And then in the areas that there was depth and some shading, I applied the dark gray wash more heavily and then went over top of it with the light gray wash and just back and forth, and this is what we ended up with. I think it looks great. Oh man, you look like you need some help. Let me go get the first aid kit. Let's get you cleaned up. I'm your Huckleberry. Tom Selleck. Now that we got the face cleaned up, let's take a look at these eyes. He's got bags under his eyes, this shadow, like he's got tired eyes. I don't want Andy to have these tired eyes. So the easiest way to take care of that is to remove the eyeball, the shadow, and while we're at it, let's take care of those eyebrows as well. We'll give Andy a new set. Alright, so now that both heads are finished, we get to move on to the bodies. We're going to start off with the pants. We need to make these legs look like they're wearing jeans. The first step for that is to do a wash with a sky blue paint. The second step is to hit it up with a wash of navy. It doesn't take long to understand how this effect is going to work. Some of that sky blue comes through this navy wash. These characters have dark jeans, so it'll just take more layers of this navy wash to get the right color. So here we are, multiple coats later. We've got the navy as dark as we need it, and now we're going to put some highlights back into it. So we're just going to use a dry brush / medium dry brush technique and use that sky blue again. We're doing this in a horizontal pattern because we're going to go back over it with a navy wash in a vertical way because we want it to have sort of a crosshatch pattern to the jeans. Alright, so now we're coming to the end of our highlights. We're going to go back to the navy wash. And you can see when we do this wash, the highlights still come through. It's just that the wash sort of softens the highlight color. On the back side here you can see some of the highlights went on a little heavy. And in cases like this, I just put a little extra wash on my brush and dab it onto there, and that kind of helps cover it up. I also use this dabbing technique on parts where the jeans need to be dark, so little creases and folds, stuff around the ankles, behind the knees. So then once I've highlighted all the dark spots that I need and lightened all the light spots that I need, we'll give it a final wash just to finish it off. And now on to the shoes. This technique didn't really quite work out. I thought I would be able to give it a light wash and then a dark wash and it would achieve the look I was going for, but it didn't work out. Instead, what I ended up doing was painting the whole shoe with the dark brown and going over top of that with the light brown to give the wear marks that the shoes had. Once I was happy with the positioning of my wear marks, I then gave them a wash with the dark brown color. And here you go, here's your close-up of the finished shoe. You can see the wear marks are lighter than the actual shoe, and I went ahead and highlighted the sole with an even darker brown. All in all, I love the effect of these shoes. Now, moving on to the shirt, I tried a different technique. I thought I could get away with applying a wash to make the clothes look dirty. I mean, after all, they are in prison. But this technique didn't work out, and the shirts ended up going with a custom gray color that matches what they were wearing in the movie. So without further ado, let's take a look at the finished product.
So that's it for these builds. I'm really happy with the way they turned out. I'm sure my client will love them too. Now, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see all the builds that I make here at Custom Made Everything, make sure you subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.